Hello and welcome to Cooking with Marjorie. So today is great because I finally have all three children!
So exciting.
Young adults together, which is absolutely brilliant. And we've got Tim, Sophie's husband, behind the camera. Hi Tim! And we're going to do paella. There are all sorts of different versions of this, but I'm going to do one that I've done for years. So I'm going to give them all different tasks. The first thing that needs to happen though is that the chicken needs to be poached. So I use some chicken thighs, and I've got 3 here. So we're feeding today 7 people. So we've got 3 chicken thighs and we're going to put them into the saucepan with some wine.
Do they have bones then?
Yeah, good question. They do have bones, but it doesn't have to. See, it's entirely up to you what you do. So, get a saucepan, one of you. Saucepan, chicken, a glass of wine, and a glass of water. So you basically want to cover the chicken in water and then put it on the...
Chicken in first?
Chicken in, it doesn't matter which order you do it in. Right, while you're doing that, George, you need to cut up an onion and peppers.
Really good at that.
Half full of glass. So you're basically trying to cover the chicken. So the chicken are in here, and you want to cover it. We don't want to cover it just with wine, so we'll put a bit of water in. So
the onion chopped.
Chopped, sort of, nice little dicey bits.
Dicey. So, yeah.
Right, Sophie, you are going to, we've got mussels to do. So we've got mussels, squid, prawns and the chicken. So the mussels, I've just got here in the sink, I've got a kilo of mussels. And what you want to do, I put them into some cold water. You want to make sure they're closed, it's very important, otherwise they'll be bad. And if they've got, it's called a beard, if they've got some stringy bits, which actually, mussels nowadays tend to be produced on ropes, grown on ropes, so they don't tend to have any beards. But when I grew up, they did, which was the bits, they look like bits of seaweed, and they often are coming out of the, sorry, Will, on the stove, please, so it comes up to the boil gently. Yeah, that's enough. So the chicken is just covered with these wine and the water. Okay, on here, we can put it on here. Let's just check that's on. Yeah. So, good. So you go through them and make sure they're all closed, okay? Right, and then put them in there. And Will, you can help with that. You're just going through all these mussels, you're checking that they're closed, and checking, if they've got any beards, you just pull them off with a knife, okay? And just put them in there. Right, how are you doing, George?
Oh, so well.
How is the cutting of the...
Slowly, but we're getting there. It's very precise.
Very good, very good. I think I need to give you a bowl to put the cut onion into. Right, you put it in there when you're done.
Cool.
And then we're going to gently fry that. So the chicken is basically poaching in the liquid, and that will also give us some stock to cook the rice in.
It's finished.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
No, I took it out.
Right, now one of the next tasks, so thanks for doing the mussels guys, that's great. So we've now got prawns and we've got squid.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I've set them a bit of a challenge. Obviously you can buy prawns in a packet, ready cooked, with skins on or without. But we've got a lovely fishmonger who I went to today, and he had these delicious looking tiger prawns that are uncooked, with their shells on. And we need to, let's get William doing this, we need to, do you want to do this or do you want to do the squid?
Head off.
Head off, yeah, and peel. Perfect. Okay, so you do that, but leave, we want to have one each with the skin on, I think, personally.
Why?
Because it looks pretty, it looks pretty. Right, now we've got the squid. Okay, you can buy squid in supermarkets already in nice, neat little rings, okay? But instead we've got a whole rather
amazing.
wonderful squid. And so you can see its eyes and everything. Right, Sophie, and its head. Okay, so I'm going to give you the job of sorting out the squid. I'm going to tell you how to do it. Yes, George, you need to do the pepper.
Yeah.
The pepper needs chopping. Right. So for the squid, you essentially pull the head out of its body.
Okay.
I would do it over the sink. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
It's fine. Now the head. So you've got the tentacles and you've got this sort of eye and kind of junk. So just chop that off. You just want to keep the tentacles really. That's it. Yeah. And just make sure you've got, so you then squeeze it and get rid of anything that's inside. So I've got a little bit here.
You're going to do great, so.
You've got the worst job, I know. Okay, now with this, you're going to pull out the stuff in the middle, okay? And it's really, I know it might not look very nice, this squid, but it's an amazing thing to do because it doesn't smell like gutting a fish sometimes does, and you're taking out often whole little fish you can find in their tummies, essentially. That's it. Well done.
Yeah.
Good.
Good job.
Good job. Yeah.
Leading by example.
Yeah. And you can, just have the tap running, and then you can keep your hands rinsed if you want.
What am I chopping the pepper?
You're chopping the pepper into. Okay, hold on. Let me just wash my hands a bit. There we are. Oh. Right, the chicken is just boiling a bit too much, so I'm just turning it down. The chicken you want to poach, and to poach something is essentially to just gently simmer it in the wine and water. So you don't, and I think I'm going to put the lid on that. Okay. So I've just reduced the heat on that because it's boiling too much. And those chicken thighs will take about 10 minutes to cook through, and that's all you want them to do, is to cook through. You don't want them to be dry. That looks good. Well, looks good. Okay, good job.
You shouldn't say this.
Oh, sorry, George. Okay.
I just want to know what do you want?
Yeah, so if
Little
you
strips.
yeah, so exactly, cut them. That's it, and then cut them across. So he's cutting them vertically, and then he's going to cut them across. Good job. Good job. Joint effort, right?
Brilliant. Okay,
so with this squid, so Sophie's kind of gutted it now. The really, I think, great fun thing with the squid is this sort of, I don't know what it is, backbone of the squid. So you can pull that out. Here we go, pull that out. Hi, Dad. We've got a joint family effort going on here. Right, there we go. So this is the backbone of the squid, and it's like a plastic feather, really. And I think it's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. Right, okay, so I'm putting all the kind of guts into the sink for a moment. Okay, so then with this squid, I think we also need to take off this outer skin, which is very pretty, but actually is quite tough. So you want the squid to end up completely white. You want to get rid of all this membrane. It's like a membrane on the top. Now what you can also do is cut it down the middle and open it out, flatten it out, and that is then easier to deal with that membrane. Okay, oh good, you're helping with prawns.
Oh, yeah.
Helping with those prawns.
Oh.
Yeah, do that so get the, that's it. Yep, cut down there. Not going too much. Just like we do, so half the way through. That's it. Good. Alright, so then you can make sure that the inside is completely, the guts are cleaned properly. That's it. You can use your fingers really, or I think. Okay, guys, right. So George, if you leave the prawns to Will.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at it anyway.
No, you're good. It's fine. Will, I'm going to just move you over there so that people can see what George is doing. There we go. Prawns over here. Right, so George, we're now going to gently fry the onions, the peppers and some garlic.
Lovely.
So we'll get this. I've got a nice big big pan really. But you can do it in a normal big frying pan. So we put this onto the heat, and we need to get this. So we put a couple of glugs of olive oil into your pan. That's it, perfect. Put it over. And then just let that come up a little bit to heat, and then chuck the onions on. And you'll just gently, let me make sure it's hot enough.
And the peppers, or we?
I tend to start the onions going first, then the peppers, and then we'll add some garlic. So just let that get a little bit. That's okay. So you can put the onions in now. Good job, sir. Yep, that's perfect. And these sort of wing things, you can actually, let's just pull them off. Here we go. So you pull them off from your squid, and then you can pull the membrane off those wings more easily. Excellent. Now with the prawns, yeah, put all you can put all the shells in there, Will. And that sounds good, George. We'll get that gently frying. So with these prawns, because they're nice tiger prawns and quite fresh, and uncooked, what we're going to do is devein them as well. So you've taken off the shells of the prawns, and now we're going to cut down the back of the prawn, and you'll see a black, it's a digestive cord, I think, probably, and you're going to just gently pull that out, and so it's essentially the same as gutting your squid, you're gutting your prawn. So you slice really down the back, and then
Does it run all the way down to the tail?
it runs down the tail, but you can see it's very, you're not cutting down very far, and then you're pulling out this digestive
Okay, am I doing any more prawns?
No, we'll leave those whole. Now this is not essential, okay? It's just a little bit. You're now going to just slice the squid across. And again, you really can actually buy all this ready done in the supermarket in a packet, so it's just quite fun because I've got it right here. So I'm making you all this interesting things. Like this bit? Yeah, that's perfect. Perfect. Yeah, and then put them on your plate because then we know that that's all done. Okay. Sorry. It is going to take, yeah. Be careful you don't slice your fingers. Well done, George, that sounds good. So let's get now some garlic, yeah.
How far down is it good? How good is it?
Yeah, it really doesn't matter, it's not the end of the world, you don't get absolutely every bit. Right, George, you were asking me earlier about garlic. You said something about that I never showed you how to cut the garlic or how to...
What was that?
Okay. So,
I remember from a previous cookie with Marjorie video.
Yes.
How to
Good,
skin
okay.
off and all that.
Go for it then. I'm going to give you a knife.
Good.
Or do you want to small slice?
It's mounted it.
That's right.
That's alright, doesn't matter. You manage a little bit. That's it. You're squashing down the garlic, that's it, and then the skin comes off really easily.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Oh, amazing.
Okay, so you can either then just cut the garlic up in just tiny little dice, or if you've got a garlic press, use garlic press, and add it.
I'm glad to go down here.
Yeah, to the onion and the peppers. I'm just going to put it down slightly because I can hear that it's beginning to burn. You don't want your peppers and onion to burn, you just want them to lightly fry, really. To soften, I think, is the term in the book. I'm just adding a little bit extra olive oil.
Yeah, you can see it.
That's it. Right. Now I'm just going to check on the chicken and see if it's cooked. So I'm taking it off the heat. You're right?
Yep.
Sorry. Sorry. And I've just Just going to check that it's cooked through. Yeah, it is, I can tell. But if you want to check, you literally just get your piece of chicken and cut through and just make sure there's no red bits of chicken. That the chicken is all looks cooked. If it looks cooked, it will be cooked. Okay, another plate we need, and we'll put the chicken just to cool off because we want to take. When it's a bit cooler, we'll take off the skin and just dice that chicken a little bit. Okay. Right. So I've got my poaching liquid here, our poaching liquid here, from the chicken and the water and the wine, and we're now going to add the mussels and steam the mussels. So you're creating a stock that we're going to add to the rice. Okay. Oh, that looks really good, George. So the onions and the peppers are all glistening and look delicious. So George, you can add the rice to that pan and stir it all in. That's it. And I might get Tim to come and have a look. Now I've got 500 grams of rice and yeah, well done, that's it. All nice and glistening. Yeah. Perfect. Thanks, Tim. Okay, now while the rice is just getting glistening, thank you, Tim, we're going to add the mussels to the saucepan with the stock. There we go. And you need to steam the mussels open so they're in a saucepan with the stock with the lid on for just a couple of minutes. I'm just going to turn that heat up a bit. There we go. For the mussels. Right, George.
Yes.
That's perfect. We now want that to just hold for a moment. So just move that over here. Just until we've got the liquid ready. Now what we're going to add, we've got 500 grams of rice. And I do half a cup of rice per person for paella. We need double the quantity of liquid. And if you, and I did this earlier, and in fact it came up to the 600 milliliter point on my measuring jug here. And essentially what I'm going to do is double that. For the liquid needs to be double the quantity of rice. So we'll get liquid up to the 1200. So if you could get the kettle on boil, that would be great because we're going to need a little extra. What have we got?
My fault. Sorry.
That's
We're excited.
What? Failure. It's alright. Now one of the really important bits for a paella is some saffron. So we've got saffron here, which is just lovely, and you might want to all smell that because it's got a very distinct smell.
Are we supposed to be doing the bottom one?
No.
Okay.
I smell it. That smell? Can you smell it?
Not really. I've got a cold.
Okay. Okay. You get a few strands of saffron, which is this amazing. It's quite expensive, so you really only need a few. You can't see this at all, but it's just a few strands of saffron, and I put them in a little dish here, and I'm going to put some boiling water on it, and then I'm going to add that to the rice. Like that. Now we're waiting for the mussels to open. So just shake them a bit. You can hear the steam coming. And you can, in fact, I can see a bit of it escaping, and you can kind of hear all the mussels. No.
Hear all the mussels? What are you talking about? What, they're opening up?
Opening up. You can hear them kind of there.
Okay,
Right. Okay. Well, they've all opened, which is fantastic. If any of the mussels do not open, you mustn't eat them. Okay. So, George, you now need this spoon.
Yep.
And because these are really hot, so we want the mussels into the bowl.
Yep. the juice
And the
not.
juice not. Exactly. Perfect. I'm just going to wipe down the cooker because it's all got a bit mucky. It's working well. We're doing a good team effort. Good team effort. That's brilliant. Well done. Excellent. Thank you. How are those prawns? Are they doing well?
Yep.
Good. Right. Great. So we've got all the mussels.
No.
Oh yes. So George is just adding a bit of boiling water to the saffron. A little bit more. That's it. So these saffron strands are just going to just gently soak for a couple of minutes before we add them to the rice. Right, now we're going to see how much poaching liquid we've got. Ooh, a mussel fell in there.
Get it out. Oh no.
Okay. Oh, don't worry, it doesn't matter. It's not the end of the world. Okay, so we're now just going to add, to make sure that we've got double the quantity of liquid. So I'm just adding water to that wonderful taste. It will have tasted lovely because it was chicken and mussels and wine. So, George, you put the pan back on the heat.
Yep. Is it hot?
Yeah, use the oven gloves. Perfect.
This one.
Yep. Then add the stock to the rice. Good job. Good job. The prawns are done, so that's good. That's it. And then we're going to add the saffron water. And the saffron water gives it the saffron gives it a lovely taste and also the lovely yellow colour, which is great. There's been controversy over paella and what you put in it, and you can, I think, put chorizo in it if you would like to. If you use that, you don't then need saffron. I don't think. Right. Okay, where are we at? We need to now fry the seafood. So, you get the frying pan.
Yeah, can you chuck
Chuck the what?
on your shoulder?
Oh, the drying pan. Okay. So, do you want to get the little frying pan there?
Yep.
Put it on the heat and get some oil cooking. Olive oil is just there. That's it. So she's just putting a little bit of olive oil in the pan.
So,
You can do the, while that's happening, Will, you need to take the mussels, so these are all lovely and cooked. You want to take the actual mussel out of the shell, okay? And put it here up with the cooked chicken. So you're going to gently fry the prawns and the squid. So you can do the squid first or the prawns first, it doesn't matter. Yeah, the shells, you put the rubbish. That's it. Now, George, you just need to leave that now. So you just leave it, gently boil, and it should be probably ready in about 10 minutes time. And just before it's ready, we're going to add all the cooked seafood and the chicken, which we're going to just cut up. You can do that actually now.
Yep.
So, and we're going to add some frozen peas. If we have any. I'm looking at Nick because he's been here for the week eating my frozen peas. And I haven't double checked. Right, so with the chicken you skin it, okay? Put this, get the rubbish ball, here we go. And then you're just going to cut it into reasonably sized chunks. So like this, so quite good chunks. I can hear that rice boiling too much. It just wants to be simmering gently. So just turn that down. Ah, now the prawns. So Sophie has added the prawns to the olive oil. Whoops. That's right there. We've got quite a few prawns, it's entirely up to you. And a prawn, essentially, is cooked when it's really lovely and pink. So it's gone from grey to bright pink, and you'll see that in a minute.
Normal glass. Yeah, you know.
Okay, things are deteriorating rapidly. And we need drinks for everyone.
Yeah,
I'd like a glass of wine.
right.
Sophie would like a glass of wine.
It's got to be your number one rule in cooking, though.
Yes. Okay, right. George, you were asking about the chicken.
Yeah.
Wobble.
Yeah, I was getting bone in the chicken. Gristle, or gristle.
No, you don't want bristles. So you're cutting around. You're cutting the bits of chicken off the bone. Okay.
Right.
So maybe you need a smaller knife. No, no, you need too big a knife.
That's what it is. Yeah.
That's what it is. That is what it is. Here we go. There.
Oh no, that's.
Now some of this chicken looks slightly undercooked, but we'll put it in with the rice and make sure it's properly cooked through. So you definitely don't want undercooked chicken. That's it. Careful when you're chopping not to cut towards your hand, otherwise you're going to have accidents. Anyway, everyone's doing well. Good job. Oh, these prawns look delicious. They look really just yummy and yum. What? Oh, is it tentacle? Or is it? Well, I'm going to cut this squid tentacle in two, basically, because that's my favourite bit of the squid. And everyone else will want a little bit, so I'm just cutting it up. Right. So the squid, we're adding to the hot frying pan and frying up the squid.
How do you know that?
The squid, yes, Sophie just wanted to know how you know when the squid is cooked. It basically needs 2 minutes max cooking, and then it's done. And we're adding it to the rice. You don't want to overcook your squid if you're quickly frying it, because otherwise it gets tough and hard. So this is probably done, yeah. So we'll take that off the heat, and we'll wait until the paella's ready.
Put it with the prawns.
Yeah, but no, just put it on. Just put the whole thing on. Keep it in the frying pan there, on the plate. That's it. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm just going to have a little quick stir of the paella, of the rice. You're all right?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. It's great. It smells good.
Doing all right. Okay.
What do you want to do with the chicken?
Well, the chicken, I think because it's slightly less done than I would have liked, let's add that to the rice now.
But normally you'd wait a bit longer.
Normally I would have cooked it better, and I'm sorry, that's my fault. And then I would have added it towards the end. So
Right.
however, I am just being annoying and
It's all right.
cutting a bit more chicken off these bones, because you don't want to waste it really.
I didn't want to do it, so
That's
fine,
right.
actually.
Doing a good job. Doing a good job, boys. Okay. Sorry? The road mussel, yes. Road mussel. Okay.
Just a bit extra.
Okay, so we're just going to get all this chicken off.
Are you meant to stir it like a risotto? Or you
No,
just leave it?
you're meant to leave it. You're meant to leave it, yeah.
Okay.
And it just gently cooks. The paella just gently cooks. And you can cover it with a lid or not, depending on what. I think we've gone from it being too hot to not being hot enough, so I'm just going to... Alright. I'm going to get a little bit of a lid on this to get a bit of steam. I haven't got the right lid for this pan doesn't have a lid, so I've had to use a different one, but that's fine, that's all fine, that's all fine. Right, so we're doing well, and I'm going to add just a little bit more juice here. Look, so we'll just add that in. That would taste delicious, that was from the mussels. Okay, so now we've got all our bits ready for our paella. Very exciting. And our final bit will be the frozen peas. Oh, we've got a pint of cider here for one of the boys.
The service here is just... The studio you're running here is amazing.
A Okay, so you can see here I've got this covered, and I should have probably covered the paella right from the beginning. You can cover it with silver foil or with a lid. And because my chicken's not 100% cooked, I'm just going to add it now. Before I add the remaining seafood and the peas, so that it can just finish off cooking. So I'll stir that in. There we go. And then I'm going to cover it again. Before I do that, I'll just check how cooked my rice is. Oh, it's so nearly done. So this really hasn't taken that long. Okay, I'm just going to cover that again. There we go. Oops. It's not very neat. Okay. Probably better to do it with silver foil, but anyway, there we are. That can just steam away just for 2 more minutes, and then we will add the seafood and the peas. Right, George, so we're just going to finish it off now. So if you could take the lid off.
Yes.
Please. Excellent. Smells good?
Oh yeah.
Okay, we're going to add some peas. I will give the quantities later, but I'll write them out for you all. But essentially, I'm adding just I would say 3 big handfuls of peas. Okay, they're frozen peas, so you need to just stir them in.
Gotcha.
That's it. Now the rice is cooked now, so we're really ready, and we need to season thoroughly. That's it. Well done.
Like, do you know what, I might just switch them over.
Switch it over, switch it over. There we go, look where you are. There we are, right. It's always good to taste things, so I'm just going to lean across, and I'm just going to taste this. That's really yummy. But it's still, the rice is still not quite 100% cooked. So, we've given it a good stir. We're going to cover it again. Okay, George?
Yep.
That's it. Brilliant, thank you. There we are. Okay. And it just needs to cook for a tiny, tiny bit more. And then we'll have the seafood.
Okay, we're rolling.
Okay, so we need...
Cheese.
I'm going to season it, Dad.
Oh, cooking might be special.
Yeah, definitely keep that in. Right, okay. So we've got some salt. My dad is very concerned about this. And some pepper. I particularly like pepper, so I'm going to add more pepper. I don't like to over season particularly with salt, because I think people can always add their own salt. But you obviously do need enough. Okay, so I'm just going to stir that in. I've added the chicken, added the peas, and then we just finish by putting in all that seafood that the children had cooked, the mussels and the prawns, and then so that just reheats and make sure it's all piping hot before we serve it. Oh, it smells so great. Right, everyone's hungry. Okay, and one of you asked me, I can't remember which of you, about mussels, the shells on the mussels. We've taken all the prawns, have had all the shells taken off, Tim asked me, and the mussels have all come out of their shells, but actually it is nice to keep some mussels in their shells and some prawns with the shells on, just for presentation. But this is just family, so frankly it's fine. Okay, so I'm now just stirring everything through so that all the seafood is thoroughly mixed in. Oh, it does look really tasty. Okay, there we go. And we're done.